on, you use them for later purposes, okay, for the learning and all. So let's start. But before I start session for today's, I'm expecting everyone is familiar with how we can develop a research question. We use Goldilocks test on any uh, databases. For example, mainly we are using Scopus and Web of Sciences, and then you are able to extract the Excel sheets and also the PDF files of your uh, research article related to your systematic literature review. So if you have any question until here, please ask me. Otherwise, it's getting a bit complex in terms of the functionalities and processes. So if you are not able to finish your or at least understand the first task clearly, then might be challenging in the rest of the topics as well. Yes, please ask your questions, please. How?
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I have two questions. The first one is, what is the sample size of a ideal sample size for a systematic literature review? That is one. The question number two is, should we limit our review on a industry to narrow down the sample size? Thank you.
And the first question is the sample size. That's very tricky question because we don't have a very clear answer to this question, but it depends so many factors. I can explain a few of them, then it will be easier for you to understand. When your systematic literature review is on a topic which have very limited information and you have maybe 20, 40 or 50 research articles published all around the world, then it means that it is a very novel, or maybe it have very recent articles or recent topic, then maybe 25 to 30 articles minimum would be acceptable for any good research journal. I'm talking about the publication criteria. Okay, so for the good research journal, they will accept it if the topic is very much new. But if the topic is relatively like already being researched, not a lot, but is being researched, then I believe 100 is the minimum number. 55, 50 is the optimal number of any final data set. Okay, when I say final data set, it means that those PDF files which you will be using for thematic analysis and the rest of the analysis. So 50 to 100 and 150, that is the optimal number. So if your literature review is between this number, then it's fine. And if the topic is very new, then you can go to lower side, but not less than 25, because that will not give you enough knowledge or enough available literature to do systematic literature review. And going beyond this point, it means that this article or this title or this topic is being researched a lot, and you will not have any novelty or newness in the body of knowledge by doing this systematic literature review. The second question you asked is, can we limit to specific industry? Yes, you can limit to age group industries. All these are, in PICOS we have S is the method, so you can use any of these criteria depending on your area of research. For example, if you are looking for a solution to a specific industry, SMEs maybe, or maybe large manufacturers, or maybe in non-government organization, yes, you can definitely reduce your sample size based on this criteria, but you need to mention that why you need to use this criteria. You need to give the explanation to the systematic literature, especially using that PRISMA guidelines, which I've already shared with you. So definitely, yes, you can use this criteria. Okay, clear? Any question?
Then can I have a following up questions to that?
Yeah.
So with my interest in the research right now, so I gather a data set of around 400. 400. So I think that I should narrow it down.
This data set is the Excel file you exported from the Scopus, right? Or
Web of Science.
Okay.
Web of Science.
And did you apply any further quality criteria? Have you been through their abstracts?
No, not yet. Yeah, I know that the process will with the quality assessments, but I haven't gone through 400s. In last week I don't have time for it. So
you can use AI tools for that. You can use. I will give you Another, I have already explained that you can use like a notebook LM to upload your data set and just ask, it will give you the scope, and you don't need to do this manually. But yes, you need to apply quality criteria. The manual is good because human intelligence need to be part of your process. But yes, if you are processing information like 400 articles, they are too much. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So you can use any AI tool, and then
Okay.
you can quickly analyze that. So I
Oh,
would recommend you to use Notebook LM for this purpose. Okay.
okay.
I've
But the
already
question,
given the Notebook LM video on in the module 5. You can watch that video and use this. Yes, please.
okay, thank you. But the question is, if I want to narrow down from 400 to around 50 to 150, what should I do? I'm just thinking in my mind that I need to look at the literature review, the current literature review, just to see where I should narrow it down. Like, should I check some certain literature review paper and then see what they've done? And then I look for what they haven't done in that area so that I would narrow it down based on the potential gap. Thank you.
That is one of the possibilities, but you don't need to do this manually as well, because we have
Okay,
AI also. Similar question
great.
you can ask to Gemini for deep search, and it can give you the criteria, okay, and the limitation. It will automatically search over all internet and give you feedback. But in my opinion,
Okay.
what you can
Okay.
do quickly is basically first you go through the quality criteria based on the scope. Maybe in
Mm-hmm.
most of the cases, if your research is interdisciplinary and technology
Mm-hmm.
related, or something where more than one disciplines are involved, in that case you will
Mm-hmm.
find many research articles which have those keywords, but still they are not in your scope. Okay. So hopefully
Mm-hmm.
you can reduce 50% or maybe 25% with that. But still, if you are
Mm-hmm.
unable to do that, then restrict your research question. This is the scope of your research question. You can restrict it to specific industry, specific
Mm-hmm.
methodology, a specific
Mm-hmm.
region. You can do the comparison later on as well. So as a starting point, you can use these basic criteria rather than going into the other criteria. So restrict or try to restrict based on the methods. Maybe just
Mm-hmm.
empirical research article and remove all the reviewed articles. Then you will have a good reasonable number of research articles, because the review articles are replications of what you are trying to do. They are not providing any new knowledge. They are just working on. So you can set up some criteria around that
Mm-hmm.
400 research article and reduce them to 200, 150. That would not be difficult for you.
Okay, thank you. I'm clear.
But
Thanks.
400 is a good number to start with. Okay, I think that you
Oh,
can continue with this number.
oh, okay. Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Any further follow-up question on the previous sessions? If you are able to do that and extract the Excel sheets and PDF files, we can move on with today's session. Okay. Okay, so even within the session, if you have any question, please ask me. I will help you to understand and clarify your process. Okay, so let's talk about the today's session. A quick review or recap for the previous sessions. We have learned how to develop a research question using AI tool, and especially we use Gemini, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, very basic or general uh, tools. And remember, we are not using any paid AI tools in this session. So we'll be working with the tools which we can use for free, and the functionalities which we can use for free. Okay. And the second one is we learn how we can curate data, or how we can use our Prisma guidelines in order to develop a search strategy and extract records from our databases, for example, Scopus or Web of Sciences. That is the second module which we have covered. And at the end of the module, I believe everybody was able to extract the records from Scopus or Web of Sciences, and then you are able to apply quality criteria and final PDF files. Okay, so you will have metadata of all those articles, and you will also have PDF files of those articles, which might be downloading those PDF files is a little bit like tedious process and manual, but definitely we need to do that. and it is nothing as compared to the previous ways of doing the systematic literature review. So this is the only manual step which we need to perform within this systematic literature review. Okay, so then we move on. Today's session is important. We will learn literature synthesis. We'll see how many different options are there, what exactly literature synthesis in systematic literature review is, and what are the different options. Remember, there is no one best fit criteria for synthesizing your literature in systematic literature review, but there are some guidelines which we use as a rule of thumb, and we can always improvise and we can always improve the way we do. And finally, we need to work on the review and reporting. For the review and reporting, which is very important part, where I have already uploaded a template, and I've already given a video how to use that template, which is a complete research article template for systematic literature reviews. Okay, so we will follow all the steps involved in that template, and I've already explained that in the video, and the document is already uploaded in the exercise file. Okay, so you can download, and to make sure that we are working on the same document, at least for the first systematic literature which you are going to develop with this master class. But after this, you can improvise and you can change and you can follow any other methods or any other templates as well. But there are many different templates. But I created this based on this master class, and different sections we are trying to cover within this master class. Okay, so module 4, one of the video is already uploaded. Module 3 videos, I've already uploaded the organic and non-organic thematic development literature synthesis, and I think you should watch that video to understand the basics of descriptive analysis and organic or judgmental analysis within this systematic literature reviews. But we'll discuss this in detail today as well. And if you have any question, we can counter that question, or we can learn from each other as well. So this literature synthesis, what it is, and what is this step, and why it is important. Now consider you have 60, 70, 100 or 200 research article downloaded in PDF file, and also you have an Excel sheet downloaded from any databases as a metadata file from maybe Scopus or Web of Sciences database. Now, what to do? What next? How we are going to proceed with our systematic literature review and analyzing that information. Remember, when I say metadata or PDF files, in research we call them data, because this is an information, text information, yes, but we have a lot of information available in all these PDF files, and also the Excel sheet which you have already exported from Scopus. So this is considered as a data set. A data set is basically, in your case, the Excel sheet is a metadata, and in PDF file you will have a full research articles. Now let's think the possibility. Let's see how we can work with those files, or what we can learn from those data set. The first and the easiest way, sorry for I think, let me correct it, the spell mistake, sorry. Okay, so the first thing is about literature descriptive analysis. So means that how many research articles are published every year, what is the median, what are the basic analysis types, or all this. And then this is also available in the template which I have already shared. Okay, so the second step is we will be working with the thematic development. The thematic development is also named as the topic modeling, which we are going to use different methods of doing it. Descriptive analysis is very easy. I've already shared one video with you using Microsoft Excel. We can use descriptive analysis, and we can use many different options to conduct the descriptive analysis. When I say descriptive analysis, it's just like a frequency distribution, number of author, highly cited researcher, highly cited research articles, number of years the data is being separated on, or maybe the over the year, how many research articles are being published. These are very basic descriptive analysis, and we can use Microsoft AI feature for conducting that analysis from the Excel sheet which you already have. And I've already uploaded one video in module 2, and I believe you are already familiar with that. So this is the basic understanding. But if we want to conduct a little bit more in-depth descriptive analysis, this is where we'll be using a bibliometrics. Okay, bibliometric analysis is like analysis of scientific outputs, and there are many different features available which we can use for systematic literature review as well. Okay, and we'll be using R package for this purpose, and I will demonstrate that to you today as well. But I have also uploaded one video. I think, yes, the one video is already uploaded, how you can install R and how you can install BiblioShiny package. So please install R package. BiblioShiny will be working little bit in detail with these software, but don't worry, we don't need any coding for now. Yes, for structural topic modeling, we'll use some coding, and I will provide you scripts and everything with this document, and you don't need to do any coding. You can just use those scripts. But for now, the bibliometrics is non-coded application, but it is in R environment. So you need to install the R software, and that will be using for bibliometric analysis. But this is mainly for descriptive analysis: how many authors, how many countries, what are the different features, highly cited researchers, simple analysis which we can conduct from the Excel, but also we can use bibliometric analysis. It's easier to use bibliometric analysis software because it gives us a different, maybe sometime from directly from the Excel, you are combining different files, and then you can just upload that in bibliometric analysis, and you can conduct all this descriptive analysis in just one click. Okay, so this is the first step. I will show you today as well in practice how we can do that. But just for the theoretical understanding, so once we have this descriptive analysis, the next step is to understand or to build a theory or build a synthesis from the existing knowledge, which is available in the form of PDF files, or let's say in the form of an Excel sheet where we have information about all these research articles. Now, what is a thematic analysis and why we need it, why we need to understand? Consider a situation where you have many different research articles published and you have downloaded them. Now, how are you going to analyze them? What are the basis of analysis? It's not just you can ask any tool to analyze that and it will provide you analysis. When you are writing research, you need to provide rationale for everything and scientific evidence. Now, evidence are data. Now we need to discuss if we have, let's say, 60 research articles. So what these research articles are telling me about a particular disease method or maybe theory, whatever your research question is. Okay, so based on your research question, we need to develop different maybe types of synthesis or literature streams. Okay, now when I say synthesis, it means that first we will divide them into different themes, and then we'll start learning from those themes, and you can call them themes, clusters, or anything. Okay, but before we move on, even if you create only one theme or only one analysis from all these research articles, still you will follow the same method which we use in thematic development. And I'll give you a very quick understanding of the basic process of thematic analysis, not AI based. Just I'm giving you the three-step model which we widely use all around the world in research in order to analyze the different interviews or maybe different documents, different information scripts available. Okay, so all these analysis are being done based on these three-step model, very famous three-step model by Thomas. The first thing is, if you have interviews or text data or anything, what you are going to do is you will segmentize each piece of information. Okay, now if you watch an interview, if you transcript an interview, you will see that every document have multiple themes. It means that it is talking about, maybe let's say if I'm talking about the supply chain performance regarding sustainability. So maybe sometime they will be talking about the economic benefits. Sometime they will be talking about environmental protection. Sometime they will be talking about the social inclusion. All these are different themes, different topics, but they are within my information set. So what I'm going to do is I will read all these documents line by line and code them into different segments. So it is called segmentation of your information. Okay, this is how we do. So divide all this information based on their particular topics and themes. Okay, reading them line by line and code them. This is called coding, first session or first topic or first step in thematic development. Then what we do, we name them, we group a few themes and name them as a general, or we call it global theme. Okay, for example, sustainability, we have three different themes: social, environmental, and maybe economic. Okay, now in social, all those discussions or the codes which represent any social inclusion or social benefits of maybe social protection in supply chain. So all these themes need to be grouped together within that particular theme. And no matter from where this data comes, maybe at the end of the interview, one person discuss, and maybe at the start of the interview, or maybe in a research article, you find that information at the introduction, or maybe in literature, maybe in findings, and all this, you need to code them. Okay, so and then group them into different themes. And then you need to look into how these different themes are linked together and what is the relationship or reasoning of all these themes which emerge from the information. Okay, so that is how we need to work. And sometimes what we see is, if a person is talking about the economic factors, either they are talking about, or whether they are talking about the environmental and social factors also or not. So we can create that table if you remember, those who are familiar with the manual process. So we develop a table of information, okay, topics, themes, and then the documents or the person who are talking about those different themes or sub themes. Okay, this is a very simple way of processing information. Nothing has been changed. With the help of AI also, the process will remain same. Now the biggest difference or the advantage of AI is we can conclude or we can perform these three steps in split second. Before this, we were taking a huge time reading all these documents, highlighting them with the different colors just to make sure that they align with the code. And still there was a possibility we make mistakes. Still there was a possibility we have bias. Okay, so there are many different limitations of human analysis of this information. But what AI can do for us is it can quickly process that information and transform them into related themes and networks. Okay, that is what we are talking about AI or LLM models now. So this is a very simple thematic overview and the process of working with the information. Now you can use the same information for pardon, same information or same process for systematic literature review. You can also use this information for qualitative reviews or document reviews or all type of analysis, and not just for the systematic literature. Any type of the research article can be done based on these principles. And I've already given you the reference of this three-step model, which is very influential model. And now our LLM models or AI models are also using same pattern. Okay, so what we are trying to do is we are collecting information, we will code them, we'll divide them into sub themes, and then we'll perform what is the relationship between those themes. And this is how we are going to perform the thematic development in systematic literature review as well. But we are not going to use any manual method. We will be using different AI tools to help us with this processing of this information. So whenever you are working with the information and with the document, please keep that three-step model in your mind and the back of your mind. That will give you a clarity of what we are talking about and how these themes are being generated, okay? Because that is the first question every editor will be asking you, or reviewer will be asking you, how you perform this synthesis, what are the basics, what are the theory behind processing that information, did you use any particular scientific method? We cannot just rely on AI tool to perform that for us. We need to guide that AI tool what exactly we need, okay? So that's why I at the start of this masterclass, I told you we will be using AI tools for processing information or automation the process. We are not asking these AI tools to generate information, which might be an unethical use of all these tools, but still these tools are really helpful for us. Okay, so clear? So what we are going to do with the available information now, the first we will be doing descriptive analysis, which I've already explained in Excel, but I will show you in the bibliometric analysis as well. The second thing is we will be dividing that data or the literature into different themes, okay, into different clusters of similar type of research or similar type of the topics, okay, and then we will see how these themes are interlinked with each other. What is the relationship between these different themes? That's what we are planning to do in systematic literature review, and this is how we do in any systematic literature review. It is the same process. Yes, there are different tools, technique, and visuals are different, but the topic will remain same and the process will remain same. Okay, before I move on to some of these AI tools and steps, if you have any question here, please ask me. Theoretically, is it clear to everyone what we are going to do now? Any question? Yes, please.
Hello, Dr. Imran.
Yeah.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Irman. I'm just curious, is it the thematic development we're using AI? Yes, I fully understand that it helps the process and not generate the methods, but once we can or we figure the themes for the literature review, can we use this as a state of art or finding the novelties? Is it can be helpful using this? Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. And I will give you some templates as well, which I have already published. And there are a few research articles based on the same pattern I published. And we expose the gaps in the literature, and we develop theoretical understanding and the new concepts as well. Yes, it is totally eligible, but the only thing is how you are going to use them, and also you need to report every AI tool you use within your research articles, okay? So that will make it very clear and transparent in terms of the process. And yes, we can work with these AI tools to expose new knowledge or generate new knowledge as well, okay? So, but this is just an understanding. I will show you the process and you will understand. And at that time, if you have any question, we can discuss further, how we can work on this. This is just a basic understanding, and the way we are going to do it and what we are going to expose in terms of the gaps and how we do that, that would be next step, okay? Yeah, but
okay,
definitely will do that. Definitely, yeah. Okay, any further question? Okay, I think because this is important for me, because if you do understand, can everyone type in your chat box if you do understand this concept of thematic development and the analysis, how we do that manually, then we'll work for the next step. Please, if this is clear, please type in chat box. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. As I already mentioned, AI can help us to automate this process very quick. In the splits of seconds, we can access all this information. We can transform that information into different theme segments, and we can display visually very appealing visuals can be displayed, okay? And also AI can help us to minimize the researcher bias, which is very important topic in systematic literature review. Not in just systematic literature review, even in the qualitative research. When we are processing interviews, the human intelligence will lead us to a researcher bias as well. Using these AI tools are very helpful. This slide is very much particular when you are writing in your systematic literature review, the justification of using these tools. These are the justification which you need to write, why we use these tools rather than using any other process, because they are following same method, they are processing information in the same way a human can process, and it have minimum biasness. Okay, and the tools, whatever tool you are using, you need to report them in your research as well. We'll talk about that in the final module as well, but for now, these are some of the arguments which we must need to provide, okay, before we use AI tools. Now let's continue with the process. What are the options available? There are many options. There are many different options. But what I'm going to teach you in this module is very simple. I will take you from a very simple thematic development using bibliometric analysis to the R package and structure topic modeling and LDA model, which are very famous and very technical. So starting from a very basic and moving towards the advanced level. So maybe you can decide whatever type of analysis you want to use within your research article. So we'll be using NotebookLM, we will be using ChatGPT, Gemini, and all these tools, and also we'll be using R and some advanced level AI tools as well. But all these have different functionalities, different options, and different limitations as well. So understanding them is good. When we are going to use them, you must need to understand and what are the limitations and why we are using other options. That is also important. So I'll give you a range of options starting from very basic, and then you can move on to the advanced level analysis as you understand the process and you perform the processes as well. Okay, so starting from the very basic bibliometrics, and then we'll be working with the NotebookLM, Gemini, SciSpace, Jenny. All these are different research related tools which I've already uploaded the videos in module 5, where you can see how we can use these AI tools, okay, the basic functionalities. But in our workflow, we may be using them differently. I'll teach you that as well. So this is the basics. Then we will move on to the R coding, which where you will be working with the STM, structural topic modeling, very advanced level of LLM model in terms of data processing and in terms of writing systematic literature, or even the document search or qualitative research. So you can use this in variety of options, and I will give you the codes as well, which you can always replicate and improve. Okay, but we will be using these AI, especially Gemini, to improve these codes. If we find any error in these code, we can use Gemini to generate these code accurately for R. Okay, so that is another use of AI tool for us. So starting from very basic, and we'll be moving to the advanced level. That's why I will upload short videos of each topic and each step. You must need to review them. And before we move on to the next module next week, I hope so everybody can understand the basics of these, and then we'll move on to the next level. Okay, so let's quickly move on, because I have to give you some practical demonstration as well. Structured topic modeling using AI. Okay, so again, pardon me for my spell mistakes. Okay, now structural topic or topic modeling, we have different options. The first option is, let me correct the, sorry, let me correct spell. Okay, so first thing is we can use AI, or first method we can use to develop the structured topic modeling, very basic and easy, is using BiblioShiny R package, which we are going to do in this live session also, and I've already uploaded the video for you, and later on I will upload a few videos as well. So we can develop themes based on BiblioShiny package. And the benefits of BiblioShiny is very easy. very simple clicks, and you can always use this in your research articles, and really good demonstration, and also very, very good visuals available. But you need to install R package, which I've already showed in the video, how you can install R package and use BiblioShiny for bibliometric analysis. The second option which we are going to study is Notebook LM, which is very powerful software, very useful in terms of our research. And even if you are a teacher, and even if you process a huge amount of information, Notebook LM is one of the best tools for you. Before this, I tried hundreds of AI tools. For example, SciSpace, Elicit, Julius, Cloud. There are many, many AI tools. Scholars say all of these tools cannot compare the Notebook LM. We can take that output which we can generate from any AI tool, especially research-based AI tool, from Notebook LM. But obviously, those tools, especially SciSpace, Elicit, they are based on research databases. That is why we can sometime, when we are exploring new documents or new research article, new idea, we can use them. But Notebook LM will work on your data set. That's the limitation. You need to give them Notebook LM a data set or the number of research articles, which we already have in the PDF file. We will upload them, and then we'll start working with the Notebook LM. Or we can use Gemini, Deep Search, or other method. Another method is using SciSpace, Elicit, or all these range. There is a range of research related tools. I will give you a few of them, but they are all working in the same way with some plus minus. Okay, so you don't need to learn all these tools. You can work with one or two tools. That is fair enough, because tools are almost similar in nature. Okay, they are working with the research articles or accessing the data from Semantic Scholar database, which is also a good database. But obviously, all these are based on those databases with the limited variation in the functionalities. All these tools will serve your purpose. SciSpace is best. I used it a lot in the past, but after Notebook LM, I start using Notebook and Google AI Studio rather than working with the SciSpace or Elicit. But still, they are very helpful, especially SciSpace, Elicit, Jenny.ai. These are different tools which we can use for our research purposes. But you don't need to stress yourself for learning all of these tools. One is fair enough. Just you need to learn what you need from these tools and how we need to use them in our research. If you are trying to develop research from these tools, that is not possible. You need to use them to facilitate your research and automate your research process. But sometimes when you don't have idea or you want to a quick search, rather than using Google Scholar, I always use SciSpace or Elicit. They are really, really good software for helping me in finding relevant literature. Jenny.ai is also a good option. Okay, so third option, then we can use ChatGPT, Gemini, MS Copilot, and DeepSeek, but their deep search option. That is also another option which we can use, and it's very powerful features available now within these tools. Okay, but mostly if you have Gemini and Copilot advanced version, then I think your work is relatively easy. I'm heading towards like from very lowest level of difficulties to highest level of difficulties. And then the final one is structured topic modeling using R LLM model. Okay, that is where you need a little bit coding. I will give you the script and you can just copy paste those script in your files, and I will give you the videos where I will show you step by step how you can use structured topic modeling and how we can use this to start with working with our data set, especially with the Excel sheet. Okay, so these are available options for us. But now I think I can just conclude here, because the next step is I'm telling you how you can use these bibliometric analysis, structured topic modeling. That I will create videos for you and upload later on, rather than just giving you all the theoretical foundations here. Now let's start working on our first topic, which is thematic development using BiblioShiny R package. Okay, so we'll try to learn how we can use BiblioShiny BiblioShiny is a bibliometric analysis software, very simple, but it have many functionalities. But I will go through the major functionality which we need to use in our systematic literature review is thematic development. We'll quickly go through that, but you can also perform descriptive analysis on BiblioShiny. It's a bibliometric analysis package. Okay, so what I did is I have already installed our package. Now this R Studio, which allow us to work with the R environment. Now, do you have any question, anyone? Please, before I start working with the bibliometrics, if you have any question on the topic we studied, on the theoretical foundations of what we studied now. I'm creating a new project here, which is just giving it a name and created a project just to make sure that my data or previous data is not linked with. Okay, now how to install this R software and how to work with this. I've already uploaded one video, which is a very short video, maybe 5-10 minutes video, where you need to learn how you can install bibliometrics. It's very simple. Install dot packages. Okay, so it's install dot packages biblio. So once you install this package, it will automatically tell you what to do next. And then the next step is you need to use library, which is in my case, I've already installed the bibliometrics. So you can watch that video. I've already explained how to install R package and then how to use this 2 prompt. Only there are 2 prompts you need to run this bibliometric analysis. Okay, now this is the library I want to open. Once you need to open this library, every time we start working on BiblioShiny, you need to use this prompt library and in brackets bibliometrics. And at the end, it will automatically give you this digit, this. Just copy, paste, and enter. Now it will automatically run an internet environment where you will find BiblioShiny. Okay, so it will automatically use your browser to run this software. You don't need to download this software or install this software. It's in the R environment and it's in the web-based package. Now you can see this is the BiblioShiny app, very simple, very clear interface. I will upload the video on how you can use BiblioShiny for bibliometrics, the detailed analysis for each option. But for now, I might be working a bit quickly because we need to develop themes and we need to understand how these themes were developed and what are the fundamentals of those themes. So the first thing in BiblioShiny is you will download. I have already downloaded this Scopus file. If you remember last time, I'll be using that file. So first thing is data, load or import. Click on load or import, and then you need to import raw files. And in our case, I use Scopus dataset. I selected from the dataset Scopus. It allows you to work with any of these databases and then browse for the file. And in the downloads, I have this Excel CSV file, which you have already downloaded. And once you give the link, just click on start. I remember these bibliometric analysis, they also come with the AI assistant now. I will show you later on if we need to use that, but for now we need to work on with this software for very basic and fundamental thematic development. So this is a simple analysis for our data. It's excellent and science categories are not available, references, everything is acceptable. So I think our data is good to go. And this is the data set which we have already exported. If you click here, you can always quickly go through those DOI files directly. But once you have this data, you can quickly, like if I want to run the most relevant author, I'm just giving you once the data is uploaded. So you can overview, first thing is overview, the main information. Okay, this is the main information available for the data. It's the time span is from 2019 to 2025. Sources 83 different journals, 108 article, annual growth 91%. And you can always use a table for your literature, because this is the table I've used in template. You can download this table and upload in Gemini and ask it to explain if you are comfortable with that. But many of the journals, they don't want you to use AI tools for explanation of these tables. Okay, it's good idea to write it by yourself. It will limit your AI content generation also. We can generate somehow some of the content from AI, but we need to take responsibility of that content as well. So most of the time when I'm explaining these tables, I will use my own wording rather than asking any AI tool to explain it. But if somehow you are not familiar with any table, you can definitely ask Gemini, Copilot, or any AI tool to help you to understand those tables. Okay, now this is very basic information. You can see the annual scientific production, means that the number of article every year. You have every citation per year. So it, like, this is a descriptive analysis which we can perform in Excel as well, but we can also perform this in the bibliometric analysis, BiblioShiny as well. You can talk about the sources, authors. There are many things which we have covered within that video, which you can watch later on and you can understand. And the thing is, I've already included some part of these descriptive analysis, especially the sources, which is Bradford's law, and authors, which is Lotka's law. These are the important information which I've already included with the calculation in the template I've already uploaded. Okay, now these are sources, mean journals, authors, documents, clustering, and this is where we can perform any clustering. And these are the conceptual structures where I'm interested in, and I'm interested in thematic mapping. I'm going through directly through the topic which I'm going to use for now, and then later on we can learn about this software more. If you are interested, I will upload a few videos if you want to learn the bibliometric analysis as well, but that would be in module 5 available. Okay, so you can watch later on how you can use BiblioShiny software for bibliometric analysis, but now we are using it for thematic mapping. Okay, so once we click on this thematic map and click here play button, and it will automatically divide our data into different themes. Okay, so you can see that it have automatically generated based on the keywords, based on the criteria which we define is the keywords, and those keywords are available in multiple documents. So based on those, it's automatically design different, based on the keyword co-occurrence, different themes. Now let's try to understand these different themes and how these themes were developed and what are the basis of these thematic development. Very important topic, and you need to justify whenever you are writing any research article, you need to understand why these are different themes. So first, we talk about these two lines which forms 4 different quadrants. I'm not talking about the themes, I'm talking about these dotted lines. These lines are actually 2 very important criteria which we used in thematic mapping or thematic analysis. This is called density and this is called centrality. Okay, we also name it development degree and relevance degree. Okay, so it is development and relevance. Remember these keywords because we'll be using these keywords for LDA in R as well. This is also same analysis. We are talking about the structure topic modeling, the same criteria, but this is a different visual, and in R we can extract different visual based on our requirement. Okay, now what is density and what is centrality? Very simple concept. Density is the frequency of a keyword to be appeared in multiple documents. For example, sustainable agriculture. Now, how many different articles are talking about this sustainable agriculture? This is where the frequency is. Agriculture 2. It means there are 2 documents where you will find these keywords. Okay, the frequency is 2. So this is called density. The frequency of those articles, those keywords to be appear in different document. And the centrality is the relationship or the correlationship of that particular keyword with the other keywords. For example, this sustainable agriculture, how much it is related with all other themes, mean that the more relationship with other documents or other keywords, it means that it is more central. It means centrality means one keyword is appearing with more keywords. For example, sustainable agriculture, is it co-occurred in an article where smart logistics was also a keyword? Okay, so there is a relationship, co-occurrence. This is called centrality. Is it clear? Any question? Any question here? If you want to ask, please go on.
Dr. Imran, can you repeat for the centrality?
Yeah, just give me a moment. Okay. Yeah, centrality is basically a keyword is co-appeared in a research article with other keywords. Okay. For example, a keyword is green logistics, let's say. So green logistics, how many of these keywords were like correlated with this green logistic? It means that it will calculate the green logistics, and then it will calculate in a research article the green logistics was there, and also digital innovation was there, then predictive analytics were there, and autonomous vehicles were there. So that gives us an idea how much related this keyword is with other keywords. Okay, so if it is more frequent, it means that it is more central. If it is less frequent with other keywords, it means that it is less central. Okay, clear? And these circles, they are actually telling us the frequency of any keywords, okay, any specific themes, a number of keywords and the frequency of those keywords. So bigger circles are showing more frequent keywords. You can see that. Okay, so 35, 27. If I bring it here, you can see only 2. Okay, if I bring it here, you can see the frequency of the keyword, the number of keywords repeated within those topics and with his own keywords. So the bigger circle is showing more dense keywords, okay, and the smaller circle is showing less dense keyword. Everything clear until here? Can I move on? Any question here? Okay, now the next step is to understand these thematic development. Now we have 2 different criteria, density and centrality. And this quadrant is starting from low to high and low to high, from top to bottom and from left to right. Okay. Now there are 4 quadrants in this, and in each quadrant you will see that there is a name of this quadrant. This is called emerging or declining theme. This is called basic theme. This is called motor theme, and this is called niche themes. These names are given based on the centrality and density. Okay. For example, all those themes which appear in this quadrant are either emerging or declining. Why? Because they have low centrality and low density. Can anyone tell me why it is low, or what is the implication of this low density or low centrality? Why it is considered emerging or declining themes? What's your logic? What's your thoughts?
So many, it's already old topics. So less writers or less author write about that themes.
Yes, or maybe very new, both options. may be very new, and that's why very few authors have discussed this within the literature. Okay, so the first thing is the emerging or declining themes. These are the themes which have low frequency and low centrality. It means that either not many research articles are talking about these themes or these topics with other keywords as well. It means that whether it is a topic which is emerging, which is new, or it is a topic which is already being studied a lot and not available in the recent literature. It's not having any specific significance. So this is called emerging or declining theme. And you need to decide based on your understanding and topic whether these are declining or emerging. But this is the understanding. So let's move on to the niche themes. Niche themes are those type of themes or topics which have high density. It means that the keywords are very high, but they are not related with or very related with other keywords because they have low centrality. It means that those type of the topics which have very high frequency, but they are not in relationship with other themes as well. So that is why they are very niche. They are considered as niche themes. Okay. Similarly, basic themes are those themes which are very central, which have low frequency, but they have connection with all other themes. So this is called basic themes. It means that they have a real value. It means that they are very central in terms of the literature because it have relationship with many other keywords, but they are not much frequent. Then we have motor themes. You can see that the highly dense area in my research is motor theme, where the topics are very highly central and very highly dense. It means that high frequency, but at the same time, the correlation with other themes is very high. So this is called motor theme. Okay. Now, this is where the limitation of bibliometrics and all this, I will give you some understanding of that later on. But for now, do you understand how these themes are being developed? Any question on this? And can you read this information clearly? Any question on this? So niche, emerging, declining, basic, and motor themes, everything is clear. Centrality and density, concept of these centrality and density is clear, right? Okay, so you can use this table. All the information is available, and how to use this table, it is already available in that template, and you can download this table and import this in your research article. Now, this is a very quickest way of aligning your research within a few themes. Now, the number of themes is very central concern with machine learning. We don't know how many themes, and we don't have control over that number of themes. But definitely we can merge a few themes and realign them with based on some particular criteria, which I will discuss later on in the next videos as well. Okay, so if you want to develop a network diagram from here, you can easily develop a network diagram. Just to click here, and network diagram is also a very useful feature of this software. Okay, now this is a very simple way of defining themes. This is one way of defining theme using bibliometric analysis. I will be moving to the next step now, but before I move to next step, is there any question? If you want to ask any question about bibliometrics or anything?
I just want to know, so when we use the data set, this has to pass through the quality assessments. Then we run the thematic map. Is that right?
Yes, but there is a concern in this as well. As I mentioned, in the bibliometric analysis, you need more data set to be more accurate, okay? It cannot perform a good analysis on 50, 60 research articles. So use the initial file before the quality assessment if you apply that. And later on, you can rectify some of them based on the themes, okay? But for example, if you have 400 data set, please try that 400 data set first to develop themes, and then you apply quality assessment and reapply the thematic development also. You need to do some trial and error, but The idea of bibliometric analysis is it needs a huge amount of data. It means minimum 100, more than 100 research article data set. Okay.
One more. So do we have AI tools to help us with the quality assessment?
Yes, we have. We can use Notebook LM. I'll show you
Okay.
now. And we can also use Gemini and all this. This is the second step now. So if first
Okay,
one is
okay.
clear, then we'll move on to the Gemini. But I've noticed your question now. I take note of it, and I will give you a very short video on quality assessment using AI tool as well. That I will upload in
Great.
module
Great.
module 2.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
that's basically based to answer to your question. Okay, and
Yes,
apply that.
thanks.
Okay, perfect. Okay, any question? Okay, so you already asked me for citations for some of the AI tools. I will provide you a list of articles. If you follow my profile, you will find many research articles where I've used these AI tools, especially in order to perform the machine learning. And these are packages being used in many different research journals. And even in BiblioShiny, when you click on this, it will give you a complete reference of their own research articles also. So these are all legitimate methods. So you have a number of research articles available on this particular pattern. And especially for this masterclass, the method I'm using, you can always follow my profile, and I have many research articles based on the similar, set of instructions. Okay, clear? So I think the next step is we will be using Notebook LM. Now, Notebook LM is another way of working with the same aspect. Let me just open. Just give me a minute. Okay, let me share my screen first. Are you using Notebook LM? All of you, are you using Notebook LM for any of your research project or processing information? Did you ever use Notebook LM? Please let me know in the chat box, yes or no. Or if you're using for specific purpose, please write it. So at least I should understand from where I need to start my. Okay, so mostly we never use, but it's very simple AI tools which have already uploaded one video. Please watch that video in module 5 where I've explained how to use Notebook LM. Okay, Notebook LM is a very powerful tool, especially for researcher, and it can handle like a huge amount of data, huge amount of information, and it can automatically expose the thematic development in your research. Okay, now we have many different research articles available. So let's say I'm uploading a new document. So once I register with Notebook LM, I'll just quickly, let me show you again. So once you register, you will see this interface and you can create a new notebook. And once you create a new notebook, it will ask you for different options. Okay, it can take your research question. If you are a teacher, if you are a lecturer, this is like really amazing tool for you. Usually when I prepare my slides, I upload those slides and use its overview or podcast feature, voiceover. And I always give my students to learn from that, because when they are traveling and all this, they can use this audio file to learn from those slides. But this is very powerful tool, and it automatically can click here and you can upload as many as files you want to upload. Okay, so in my case, I will be working with some of these files. Sorry, I haven't attached my drive, sorry, but I can show you my previous files rather than creating a new one. Okay, so once you click here, upload all these files, you can see I've already uploaded 44 PDF files, which are different research articles, okay, based on use of AI in finance. I think this is a set of 44 research articles. So you can upload. I'm just going to show you a very quick understanding of what this tool is capable of. You can generate a deep audio conversation. It will, discuss the whole scenario for you, all these articles and what exactly these articles are telling you. And also it can create a mind map, which is amazing, which is the best thing which we can use in, especially for literature review. Okay, so now what I did, I just clicked on generate mind map, and it have created this mind map, and I'm going to take you through this mind map as well. So what it did, it took all those research article, applied the same criteria based on the keywords and the data coding and thematic coding, and it converted those into different themes and sub themes. So artificial intelligence and financial inclusion, and if you look at this, these are different topics, okay, under each theme. Now it gives you explanation of each of these topics in detail. Now this is amazing. You can use all these as a complete mind map for your literature, and later on we can rework. And it is also giving you like expandable, mind map. Very, very, very good, quick visualization of what we can learn from the literature, what we can learn from the data available. Okay, so this is one of the feature which we are going to use in Notebook LM, but there are many other features which we can use. For example, if I ask, or the way I've generated my themes in bibliometrics, they were based on centrality and density, right? So same prompt, is where I'm going to use the similar logic, and I can ask Notebook LM to generate themes for me. Okay, now I can ask a Notebook LM. I am just giving it a prompt, a very rough prompt, but I will give you a few very well articulated prompt as well for Notebook LM, where you can learn how much capable of this tool is. But remember, whenever we are generating themes, we need to justify the method we are using. Okay, for now, I'm using the same method, density and centrality based on the keyword similarity. Let's see how this system will work and how many themes Notebook LM can generate for me. Okay, now you can see that it's also generating themes, but at the same time, it is giving you the links to those articles which are being used to generate those themes. Okay, so these are even the color and everything is being discussed here. So the themes are being developed based on the same criteria which I used in Bibliometric, but now I use the same criteria in Notebook LM, but with very simple one prompt. Okay, but obviously in the Notebook LM, you will not get those type of visualization and details which we are getting in Bibliometrics, but we can ask Notebook LM to generate those, detailed analysis also. That is not difficult. So what I'm trying to tell you is the second option is very simple. You can use Notebook LM, upload your article and ask Notebook LM to generate theme and different research clusters based on your research articles. Okay, so that's the second important option available here. Now, let's just conclude this live session because it's too much technical work, and I think it's important to learn things slowly rather than just everything. Okay, so for now, what we've done is we have done the thematic development using BiblioShiny R package. Once I will upload this video, you can watch these step by step and follow the instruction and use BiblioShiny for thematic development. Notebook LM, I have already uploaded videos on Notebook LM, and also I have just explained to you how you can develop these different themes. But I will give you a few prompt which you can use for thematic development, because thematic development we need to use some specific criteria. You cannot just ask AI to develop themes. Yes, it can answer your question, but it will not give you the accurate themes you need. Okay, so I will give you a list of prompts which you can use for developing themes from Notebook LM. Okay, so I will upload this document with the Notebook LM file. Okay, I think these two topics are covered. Then I will upload videos on how to use SciSpace and Elicit or any other AI tool for similar purpose. What we are doing is we are developing different themes, and we'll be using DeepSeek option, sorry, Deep Search option. I will also upload that video, very simple videos. And then finally, I will upload video on structured topic modeling, which is an advanced level option. So don't go for structured topic modeling until you have completed the first four methods as well. But I will also upload the step-by-step method for structured topic modeling, and also I will upload one script with this, complete R script with this as well. But that I will do next week, okay? Because I want to divide this to two topics. I think the first four we can cover within this week, and next week we will be talking about the structured topic modeling, and also we can, I will show you how we can do it quickly, and we can have a very quick, analysis of structured topic modeling. I'll try to upload those videos before this next live session, so you can have an idea of structured topic modeling, but we will discuss this in detail in the next live session as well, because this topic is a little bit complex and advanced level, so we need to learn in detail. Okay, so I think the rest of the topic we will cover in the next live session. Before we move on, or before we conclude the session, if you have any question, please don't worry about this. I will show you later on, because the topic is important and I need to cover it in the next week as well. Now, before we leave, are you able to conduct a thematic development using BiblioShiny? The second is you can develop your themes, a similar theme based on Notebook LM. Please try to use Notebook LM as much as you can. It's very important, a very, very easy software for an AI tool, and very powerful AI tool for researchers. And I will upload two more videos. One is based on SciSpace, and the second one would be on deep search option in Gemini, or maybe DeepSeek or ChatGPT. Everything is same. So I will use Gemini as a test case, and you can apply the same. And I will also upload some prompts which you can use with these AI tools to develop your themes and all the research clusters. Okay. And structured topic modeling, I hope to cover within the next week, because it is too much in 1 week. So I don't want you to be overwhelmed with the information we are working with. But for now, if I conclude, everybody is able to develop research question, which is module 1. Then in module 2, you are able to extract your PDF files and Microsoft Excel sheet. This is module 2. in module 3, you would be able to develop themes from the existing data, and which is we are going to use different method, which is all based on different templates available all over the world. Okay, so based on thematic modeling, structure topic modeling, these are all different methods. If you want to write a research article with one method only, you can just use bibliometrics for thematic development and start working with those themes. This is very important. Once we learn how to develop theme, then next step is I will tell you how to work within the themes, and then we'll conclude our reporting, and that would be our next module. Okay. Before we leave, if you have any question, please, any question, reviews, remarks, anything, if you want to discuss, if you want to ask, please go on, unmute your mic.
Okay. Can I have a quick questions? Do
Yeah.
you have a video on showing how to clean the data sets for the quality assessment?
Yeah,
Okay.
I will develop. I don't have, but I will develop it for you because I've already written that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, any other question?
Okay, sorry, maybe it's a little bit out of topic, but it's kind of interesting when you show us about the blue shiny, how blue shiny works. But as a reviewer, if I want to create or write new topics or a theme, which one more interesting? Is it a niche one, the emerging ones, or the motor ones? On your point of view.
I think they dependent on the topic. For example, if I'm talking about, let's say, AI powered risk assessment, let's say, that is a new topic and it might not have a lot of literature available, then I'm interested in emerging themes. Okay, then mainly if the theme is motor, it means that it have a potential to be considered in the future as well. Okay, so we need to look into the possibility of any research article or theme, what is available for future, not for now. The literature review means that you need to learn from the history and you need to predict the future as well. So I will be working on those themes more, possibly emerging, or maybe motor theme, two major themes. Why motor? Because they have highly possible, they can be aligned with other topics in future as well. Okay, so it depends. We cannot ignore declining or emerging themes as well, but obviously these are also. And somehow, let's say if we have a topic which is very much niche, maybe a topic which, for example, COVID-19 diagnostics. So it's a very niche area. So we can consider niche themes as well. So there is no one best fit criteria. It depends on your research question mainly. But all themes are important and they are giving you some information and you need to learn how you can use that information. And each theme will expose new possibilities and also it will give you new areas where we can work in the future as well. So this is very important information. Think about it and develop your understanding around those themes as well, because you are master of your knowledge or your area of research, and you should understand that what are the topics we need to focus on and how we need to explain them in our research. This information is vital, but human intelligence is more important to drive this process.
True. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. It was intense and I will try to divide this module into 2 weeks, not 1 week, because it's impossible to cover everything in 1 week. So next week we'll also working on module 3, not module 4, okay? And then in maybe week 5, an additional week, we can discuss on the final, reporting and all this. But next week also we'll be working on structured topic modeling, okay? Thank you very much. I will try to upload this video by the end of today's or tonight, and the rest of the videos within next week for module 3. Okay, and I hope to see you again in the next week. Thank you very much and have a very nice day. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.